Okay, question 4. This is kind of a Hooke's law question, and to start off, it's asking us to describe what is meant by elastic behavior. Okay, if something's elastic, that means that it will return to its original shape. Okay, so return to the original shape after it's been extended, right? But look, you can see this is a 2 marker, right? So I've only got 1 mark so far. I've only said one thing, okay? And it will return when its original shape, okay, when the load or when the force or when the deformation force is removed, right? Okay. So if you think about that in terms of the Hooke's law practical that we did, if you hang the mass hanger onto the spring, then the spring will extend. But if you take the mass hanger off, then the spring will return to its original shape, okay, when the load has been removed. All right. So that's how we define elastic behavior. If you put too much load on there, okay, then when we take the mass hanger off, then the spring won't return to its original shape. Okay, it will stay permanently deformed, and that's how we would define plastic behavior. Okay, so it tells us that a material does obey Hooke's law. Okay, and sketch a graph for this material. So we've got to, okay, we've definitely got force on one of the axes, haven't we? Okay, because that's the load that we're putting on there. So we force goes on one of the axes, and then if you remember the experiment, okay, what we might be measuring the length of the spring, but then before we plot that, we use the final length minus the initial length to calculate the extension of the spring, and then that goes on the other axis. And with Hooke's law, lots of you could remember that Hooke's law states that force, it states that the extension is directly proportional to the force. Okay, and if something's directly proportional, it's going to go through 0, 0, and then it's going to be a straight line. So a straight line through the origin. Okay, so if you break that down in terms of the marks, you're going to get 1 mark for getting the axes correctly labeled, 1 mark for your graph going through the origin, and 1 mark for it being a straight line. End of question.